Donut Duster Lonny here, and it's time to clean up and to style. So you see I'm getting a little beard growth in. I think we're going to let that go a little bit, but I would like to trim it like there, get it off the neck, maybe clean it up a little bit. And I'd also like to trim the sides, get a little more even with the beard growth. And then, of course, style up the mustache. I may even want to trim it just a bit to help with the styling. So hang tight. We're going to do each of those in this video. So we'll start with the shave and cleaning up the neck. For this, I'm just using my Edge Gel shaving cream. I may move to a shave soap and brush and do the whole shaving video thing in the future, but right now I don't have that equipment, so we're just staying with this and with my safety razor, which I've had for years and years and years, and I don't think I need to replace the blade right now. So we'll go ahead and I don't need a lot of this, we'll just apply a little bit. Around the neck, get a towel. All right, we're just going to go ahead and shave around the neck. I think it looks better and it's less scratchy. I tend to scratch my neck a lot when I'm getting hair growing on it. And I just eyeball this. I don't worry about being too precise here. All right, so that's step one. And then what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the trimmer out, and we're going to trim up through the sides. I'm going to let the top of my hair grow out a little bit more. I'm not worried about cutting that right now, but I do want to keep the sides trimmed and neat and bring those in a little, blend that a little bit with my beard growth. So hang tight. All right, so I have my wall shaver, trimmer, and I'm going to go ahead and trim the sides. I'm starting off with a one blade length, but I may reduce that. I think this is about a half. Reduce that further, but I always like to start off longer because you don't want to make mistakes. So let's go ahead and try this out. And I just want to go around the ear. That's really all I want to do. And then I just want to kind of blend it up into the hair, so you see how you just kind of brush it up into there. I don't want to go too high. Let's do the other side. And I think this is plenty short enough. I don't think I want to go with the shorter blade. Again, just kind of trim it up there. Yeah, I think that's good. And you can take the blade off and you can kind of get right around the ear there. Just be careful, you don't want to cut yourself. All right, that should be good. So that didn't require much. So now let's work on the stash, and we'll follow that next. All right, so for the mustache, I always start with cleaning it first. I have this Castile-based beard and stash wash that I make, and this is patchouli and clove scented, which I absolutely love. And this is a very effective um, wash because I add jojoba oil to it as well. I also make a beard and stash bar that has the same ingredients in it, but you can use this for your beard and mustache in the bath, shower, or wherever. For now, I'm using this. I'm going to go ahead and wet it. Make sure that it's mixed. Boy, that smells so good. You can see how well that lathers up. And it nourishes and cleans all the oils or waxes that are remaining in there. So I'm going to go ahead and wash this out. I'll be right back. All right, so we washed the wash out. Just want to dry that up a little bit. The next thing I want to do is use a roller brush and a blow dryer and just kind of get all the hairs going in the same direction. So hang tight. All right, so that looks pretty good. This side tends to be a little less cohesive or together than this side. This side always styles really nicely. This side I need to work on a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to style it out into an English style. And then I'm going to trim the edges, and then we'll style it into a handlebar. Before I wax the mustache, though, I'm going to apply some of this Brass Tacks shaving lotion. This stuff is fantastic. It's like butter. It really is. It's like butter. But I'm just going to apply it where I shaved. If you saw my earlier video, I did this for a full shave and applied it to my face. And if you noticed in that video, I nicked myself right there. And after I applied that shave lotion, that aftershave lotion, the bleeding stopped, and it doesn't sting at all. There's no alcohol in that. So highly recommend Brass Tacks aftershave lotion. So for the mustache, I'm going to go ahead and stick with Brass Tacks and apply that to the mustache. This is a lighter colored wax, so works well with my light stash. So what I like to do is start with, I just heat up the wax, and then I get it on the fingers, heat it on my fingers, and then start applying. And because I'm going to style it into an English style, which requires a fairly stiff wax, I'm going to go ahead and apply it a little more liberally than I typically do. So let's get some on my fingers. This is a medium to strong hold wax. It smells wonderful. Go ahead and get that in. I'm not going to worry so much about the handlebar right now. I'm going to get that first coat in. We're going to let that set up. Now you can see I can easily bring that into a full curl, but I do want to trim just a bit off the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this set up for a few minutes, and then I'm going to put on another coat to get it more like that, and I'll be right back. All right, so we got the next layer of wax applied, and I'm just going to brush it through with a comb just to get it evenly applied. You see how that stash is straightening out. Now I did use a what I consider a strong wax to help with this part of the styling. Now the key here is I gotta let this set up for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to do one more application of the strong wax, and I think we will achieve the desired results. So getting pretty close. So we'll be right back with that. All right, so for the final layer, I'm actually not using a blow dryer. I'm applying the wax straight out of the tin. You can see I'm applying pretty liberally. You always want to keep your fingers clean so you're not pulling the hairs, and I'm just going to do some more on this side, and I think we'll be done. If you saw my earlier video, I did what I call a duster style mustache, which is more of a brushed style. This is definitely not a duster style. This is what they call an English style. And I don't typically wear this outside, but it's good for trimming, and I'll show you why. All right, so I think that's good enough. If I were doing a mustache competition, I may even do a couple more applications, but I think for what we're doing here, this is fine. So we're going to measure it up, trim it, and then curl it. Hang on. All right, so I got a handy tape measure. Let's go ahead and see where we're at. Just about 8 inches. That's good. I think what I want to do, I don't want to trim a lot. Maybe about ½ inch on either side, if that much. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can measure that and trim it. All right, so sharp scissors. You want to keep it, as equal as possible. So that's about 5 inches. So maybe we're closer to 10 inches. I'm going to just trim this just about right there. There's some discussion whether you want to cut in an angle or not. Just over 3.5 inches there. All right. So like I said, I didn't need to trim much. I just wanted to clean up because hairs grow at different lengths, and one side definitely grows at a different pace for me than the other side. So with this now, all right, like I said, I wasn't going to leave it style like that. I can take it straight from here and pull it into a styled handlebar style. I like to pinch the edges a bit. And like that. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to reheat it, use my roller brush and my comb, and do a better formed styled mustache. So we'll be right back with that. All right, so I'm going to heat it up. I'm going to start curling it up. I'm going to get the back side. And that's typically how I wear it like that. All right, so I'm going to work on this a little more, but you get the idea. I think it's styling up well. I'll just work on it a little more off camera and be ready to go out and start my day. So I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate it if you follow and like and subscribe to this channel, because I'll be doing a bunch more videos as we explore more about how to style and the products that we use to style those with. Take care. All right, so before I wrap up, one more thing. There are some advocates that say never cut your mustache hairs, and certainly I can appreciate that. I tend to trim those that get in the way, that grow rogue or whatnot, but I don't like these middle hairs here. So what I tend to do is trim those out just to create more of a V in my mustache. Doesn't that look better? And at some point, when my mustache is not waxed up, I'll let it hang and then I'll trim it up closer to my lips so I can see my lips better. Helps with eating and really doesn't, to me, really doesn't affect the look of the handlebar. So I'll do that in another video in the future. Take care.